I just got the call from the housing assistance office and the text message from my landlord slash former boss slash ex-fiance that I'm getting evicted. I knew this was coming. I knew I couldn't run my mouth and stay here.
So I'm hearing reports that, as I predicted, the mass evictions of British tenants from their homes to house our uninvited guests is in full flow.
New housing law. As of 2025, you have 10 days to respond to your eviction. 10 days, not 3, not 2, not 1. You have 10. So handle all your business. Get on that shit.
Hello guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Alex and today we're going to be talking about eviction when housing becomes unaffordable. Rising rent and financial hardship are forcing many families out of their homes. Eviction leaves people scrambling for stability in the already tough housing market, which is really tough right now. I can tell you this for sure, guys. It impacts not only finances but also mental and emotional well-being. For many, eviction highlights the growing crisis in affordable housing. And guys, this is what is happening right now. So, without any further ado, guys, let's dive into the videos and watch.
Let's walk this eviction. Let's see how these people really love this property. I actually have not walked it. The owners have, but I haven't. I'm just now getting here to do a walkthrough. And from what I understand, there is dog feces, dog pee. It is just disgusting in here. And the crazy part is these people only lived here 1 year. Brand new carpet, brand new paint, brand new everything in just 1 year. And the rent was only $3,000. And they literally just have not paid in months. So we had no choice but to evict them. But let's walk and see how this is. Yuck. And the crazy part, this doesn't just happen in 1 day. Like, people legit live like this, and I just don't understand. I just don't get it. As a property manager, I see so many ways that people live, and this is just not it. This is just, I don't understand.
Actually, I want to tell you that it was not so bad. For the second I thought it's going to be a really messy. But do you remember, guys, I already showed several videos about eviction, and we already saw the house is much worse than this one for sure. Much worse. You remember this? Yeah, the completely destroyed, the big holes in the walls and other stuff. So, this house was bad. I don't want to say that it was good, but still, not so bad than we saw previously in the previous videos. Yeah, let me know what do you think about that, guys, and please like, share, subscribe. It's really important for me, guys. I try to grow the channel, so I do appreciate this. Leave your comments below. I'm trying to read all the comments right now. So, and one more time, I do appreciate this, guys, and let's dive into the next video and watch, guys.
So I'm hearing reports that, as I predicted, the mass evictions of British tenants from their homes to house our uninvited guests is in full flow. This has always been the plan. If you are a taxpayer in Britain, you are at the back of the queue for everything that you've rightfully paid for. And do you think the British public will get put up in luxury 5-star hotels just like the people who came on the boats? Absolutely not. And if you think they are, you are deluded. These people have paid 0p in tax. They've had no contribution to this country, but yet they get ahead of you for resources. Yeah, it's all done by design. And if you don't believe me, go down to your local council and tell them you've lost your home or you're in financial difficulties, and tell me what they say. I guarantee you, you will get the door slammed in your face.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, guys. We have a problem not only in states, we have the problems also overseas. In Great Britain we have the same thing, and sometimes when you compare it can be even worse than here, so this is what is going on, guys. Let me know in the comments below what do you think, and I'm trying to add the videos from different part of the world if it's possible, and thinking you do appreciate this, guys. Okay, let's dive to the next video and watch.
I was evicted twice in 2023 in the Atlanta area, and here are 3 tips to help you or someone you know navigate your eviction process. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Blakely, the pivot plug, and I'm dedicated to helping women pivot and find freedom. So the first tip is to make sure you know the laws in your state. Not only did I navigate my 2 eviction processes, but I've helped people in the state of Georgia and outside the state of Georgia navigate their evictions. So make sure you know the laws for your state, because sometimes your landlords and your complexes and their property management will try to get you out before they can legally. And if you just leave or you just comply and you don't know the laws, you're losing access to certain rights that you have. So make sure you know the laws for your state so that they can't bamboozle you and threaten you and scare you into leaving before you actually have to. Tip number 2, seek your local churches for utility and rental assistance. Usually you have to seek the churches before you actually go to court. So make sure you're seeking the churches for the assistance. I know in the Atlanta area, there were a lot of churches that I actually sought for assistance prior to actually finally getting evicted. And it's not the churches that are publicly known that, the local city or government will know. Sometimes the smallest churches in your area are collecting funds to help people through hard times. And a lot of the times you don't even have to be a member of that church. So definitely look into local churches to see if they are helping with rental or utility assistance. Tip number 3 and the final tip for today is to not listen to the naysayers. I know there are some people who went through evictions in the Atlanta area who were trying to tell me that I didn't have certain rights and certain things, and I didn't listen to them, because there were times that I got my evictions thrown out because I knew the law and because my complex or property managers didn't think I knew the law, and because I consulted legal aid, they were able to do things on my behalf and kind of get the eviction thrown away. So make sure you don't listen to the naysayers. Make sure you follow the first 2 tips and just educate yourself so that you can be prepared and know the next steps and prevent eviction. And if you can't, you know what to do moving forward through the eviction process.
Definitely good advice, guys. Make your research, do your research, and know your rights. Definitely, in any state you have different rights, but still, different laws. But definitely do your researches, and everything's gonna be okay with this. Let me know in the comments below what do you think about that, and have you had, or maybe your friends, I hope not you, and life treat you good, but still, guys, if you had any kind of evictions, or maybe your friends, relatives, let us know in the comments below, guys. Please share. I will be very happy to read the comments and try to find a solution. If so, maybe maybe in the comments you will find a solution of all your problems that you have here. Okay, that's why I have created this channel here. So guys, let's dive in the next video and watch.
I just got the call from the housing assistance office and the text message from my landlord slash former boss slash ex-fiance that I'm getting evicted. I knew this was coming. I knew I couldn't run my mouth and stay here. But to be honest with you, I didn't want to stay here, so it's fine. I don't know what I'm going to do. I've been looking for something in our school district for a long time. I haven't found anything. He's refusing to fix water in the basement. Oh, man. So, happy Friday.
Yeah, I hope everything's gonna be okay with this lady. As I understand, she have a long relationship with a landlord, and it was her ex-husband. So, that's so she have a definitely a pretty interesting situation right now. So let me know in the comments below what do you think about that, guys. Okay, let's dive to the next video and watch.
New housing law. As of 2025, you have 10 days to respond to your eviction. 10 days, not 3, not 2, not 1. You have 10. So handle all your business. Get on that shit. And more from the government, they have 60 days to respond to your application conversion. 60 days. That is 2025. So if you're living in an apartment, whatever, house, whatever, and you renting and you get an eviction and they say, oh, 3-day notice. No, that's not the law. The law is 10 of them things. You get 10 days to respond. Okay? And the government has 60 days to respond to your application conversion. If you don't believe me, all you gotta do is look it up. Alright, that's what y'all gonna say. That's fake. That's not real. That's not fake. I mean, that's not real. That's fake. Look it up. Look it up, nigga. Google ain't nothing but a hop and a skip away. Okay? Have a good day.
Yeah, pretty interesting, guys. So basically 10 days, and then the government have like 60 days to reply back. So, that's pretty interesting. You need to do your research and know the laws. I think it's a pretty good one. That's why I decided to add this, just for educational purposes. Okay, guys, let me know what do you think about that in the comments below. It's really important for me. And let's dive to the next video and watch.
In order to be able to get approved for your new apartment next month, you need to start working on getting your eviction removed now. The fastest way to get an eviction removed from your profile is to apply and get denied. I know it sounds like it don't make sense, but trust me, that is the quickest way to do it. Pick any apartment complex near you and go apply. Once you apply and you get denied, they're going to tell you, hey, you were denied because you have a prior eviction on your credit report. But when you go and pull your Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion, you don't see an eviction. That's because the evictions are being housed and reported by secondary companies. The thing is, guys, it's so many of these secondary consumer reporting agencies, literally thousands. You will never know where to start. That's why it's important to apply. Once you get denied, they're going to give you a letter telling you why they denied you. In that letter, it's going to tell you exactly where your eviction is being housed. That's when you take the toolkit, linked in my bio, the eviction toolkit. You apply the steps and give yourself about 2 weeks and watch that eviction come off. So a quick recap. Step 1, get the eviction toolkit linked in my bio. Step 2, go to any complex near you, apply, get denied. Step 3, go back to that apartment complex and ask them for your adverse decision letter. That by law, they have to provide you with an adverse decision letter. Use the information in that letter to get the contact information to the company that is really housing your eviction. Use the dispute letter that is included in the eviction toolkit. Dispute directly through wherever company you found out was housing your eviction, not the credit companies. Wherever company directly is housing your eviction, that is the company you are going to be disputing through. Once you handle that, go and apply for your new apartment.
Yeah, pretty interesting educational thoughts here, So this lady is explaining how you can remove eviction from your credit report. To be frank with you, I didn't heard about that. Too many times, So I didn't heard about that on the other resources. So I decided, like, I'm digging TikTok, Instagram, and other platforms to try to find an interesting content for you guys. Educational one too. So basically, you can work with this, and be prepared for anything in this life. So I hope you do appreciate this. Okay guys, let's dive to the next video and watch.
Hey guys, good morning. So as of today, what's today? July 28th. We still have 3 people with balances on their accounts for the month of July. One person did let me know that he's going to be making his final payment today. All he has left on his account is the court fees and the filing fees. So I do believe he'll settle that. The other person made a partial payment yesterday of $500. She still owes about $1,200. She said that that will be paid today after 5, so we will see. I do know the first of the month is here. First of the month is Friday. So that particular tenant, I let her know she has to go month to month due to her recent payment history. We cannot lock in with her for another full year because she's been late like consistently the last like 4 or 5 months. So I don't really want to lock in another lease agreement with her at this moment until she can show me better on-time payments for her monthly rent. And there is a glare on my glasses, so I'm gonna just take them off really quickly and talk to you guys. And then my last account, I'm probably going to be evicting her. This is the tenant who requested more grace from me. However, she's been with me for about 14 months and we may have 2 or 3 on-time payments out of the entire 14 months. I do understand life has happened. However, I have other tenants who life has happened to, but they still make a way to pay their rent. I know a lot of you guys ask me about flex. We do offer flex and our tenants know that we offer flex. We take any payment possible except for cash. I don't necessarily take cash because I don't want anyone to think or know that I carry cash on me. Cash is one thing I don't accept, but we do our online payment portal. You can do a Bank of America bank deposit into our business bank account. We got Chime, we got Zelle, we got Cash App, we got Apple Pay, we got Flex. So we have all of these different payment options. We try to make it as easy as possible for our tenants so they don't have to go out their way just to make a rental payment. But I do think we're going to be evicting that tenant. That tenant cannot pay until Thursday. The first of the month is Friday. So if she pays Thursday, the last day of the month, August is going to be late. She states that it'll only be late by a week or so, but due to her previous promises to pay, when she says to us like, hey, I'll pay on this day, it doesn't happen. So I honestly cannot go off of her word anymore. I usually go off of my tenant's word. As soon as you break that promise and you don't follow through with it or provide me some type of communication as to what has occurred that has caused you not to follow through with your promise to pay, no more. Then I'm completely done. So I can never take you for your word at that point. So even though she says she can pay Thursday, I don't know. We did let her know once we request for possession of the property this week at court, we're going to go through with the entire eviction process, which I think is the best course of action for us. Just because, can you get your feet off that wall, please? Just because I'm tired of this cycle. I've actually stopped putting more homes into my personal portfolio because of all the tenants I had paying late. So if you're new here, I think we just evicted someone a month ago. This property right here, it was left in amazing condition. Wasn't a bad move out, or wasn't a bad eviction move out. We evicted someone in January that was probably my worst tenant I've ever experienced. And since doing this since 2016, oh my God, that lady was a piece of work. We did an eviction in December, and I think those were the 3, I believe. So I think I have maybe 1 or 2 more accounts to get out of my portfolio before I can start getting new properties and putting new properties into my portfolio. I have to get these tenants out who don't make paying their rent a priority. Because if you guys don't know, as a property owner, landlord, management company, when you have to go through an eviction, that costs you anywhere between $4,000 to $8,000 or $10,000. Like, it's a lot of income that's lost. So being that I'm having to do these evictions and put people out, it's really, it's really taking a toll. So it would not be smart. I could do it, but it's not smart for me to go buy another fixer-upper and try to fix up another property to make it a rental when I have these accounts over here who just don't care about paying their rent. I'm trying to stabilize before adding more. So once I get this last eviction done, I'm claiming that this will be the last eviction because everyone else that I have, they are really great tenants. I love my tenants who give me no problem, who pay their rent, don't make it a hassle every month. I love you guys. If you are watching, I don't know if any of my tenants watch my videos. I'm sure some probably do, but I love you guys. You guys make my life so much easier. Just doing what you're supposed to do because you can't live anywhere for free. But once I get through this last eviction, you guys, I will be adding more properties to my portfolio. I'm thinking about more multifamily. I'm thinking about maybe Fayetteville, maybe Burlington, North Carolina. Don't ask me about Raleigh-Durham. Raleigh-Durham is expensive, and I can get more bang for my buck in these smaller cities. I might even consider Henderson, Oxford. I might even consider those. So, if you know anyone selling a property, or you know a property that's torn down, worn down, needs some loving, let me know. I do pay out referral fees. If you guys send me a property that needs to be rehabbed, and I actually purchase that property and close on that property, I do give out $500 to someone who brings me a deal. So, if you know of any, North Carolina folks, not worldwide. I don't really want to go worldwide right now. Maybe in the future, not right now. So yeah, that's that. Hopefully the month of August, I will be coming singing a different tune with you guys. I almost got out all of my accounts who have been headaches for me. So I'm almost there. And I see the light at the end of the tunnel. I do. It might be a little dim, but I see it. But I'll talk to you guys later. Bye, guys.
Yeah, what do you think about that, guys? Let me know in the comments below. Pretty interesting thoughts from this lady. She's trying to do a lot of businesses, and it's a lot of business. What do you think about that? Okay, guys, I'm done for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Like always, guys, be safe, and bye for now.